In 1981, Motown asked Stevie if they could put out a greatest hits of the tunes he had done under his new contract, what's come to be known as the so-called classic period. And he said, okay, on two conditions. One, that it's a double album, and two, he wanted to end each side with a new song. And that became this. Here's my show and tell for the day. Sorry, this isn't vinyl. I originally had it on vinyl, but I don't know what happened to it. But the cool thing is that we got 4 new Stevie songs, and all 4 of them were monsters. The one I want to talk about today, as you could probably guess from the intro, is That Girl, which is one of my very favorite Stevie Wonder songs. I love the chords to it. I love the vibe. I love the track. And also for me, I have a sentimental feeling for it because it was the last tune that I did any synthesizer programming for Stevie, because this was 1981 and I was off later that year with the Jacksons, and then off doing my own things. And the next time Stevie and I worked together in the studio, I was producing him, doing a solo on my record, or else him playing on Have a Talk with God on John Gibson's record. That Girl is very cool. I love the arrangement of it because it starts off very sparse, just with drums, and it's got like that finger snap sample. But it's Stevie playing drums. You can't mistake his drumming. And the bass, I didn't have anything to do with the bass on this. He did that on his own. To me, it sounds like a CS80. I could be wrong, but that's what it sounds like. That was one of his main synths at the time. And so it starts out with that synth bass and drums, augmented by that finger snap sample. And then when it gets to the second verse, the acoustic piano comes in, doubling what he's got going on the Rhodes. 2 things on that track that I'll never forget is the flute sound is a flute that's not a flute. It's Hank Red that we sampled into the Fairlight. Hank was Stevie's sax player at the time, and most good sax players double on flute. But the coolest sound on the whole thing, in my opinion, is the background vocals that are not background vocals. Because what he did is he got all 4 of his very talented background vocalists to sing just the vowel ah into the Fairlight. And I was the Fairlight operator at that time. I don't know if you call it programming or what, but we took our time and got that right. And then he could play those chords using their 4 voices. And I think it wound up getting doubled. And it's just the coolest sound. It's just such a nice texture. And the way that it cuts off lets you know that it's not real voices. You know, it's got that kind of mellotron sort of artificiality to just the envelope. And it's very cool. You know what it is now. A lot of people have speculated over the years, what's that, how do you get that sound that's kind of like a vocal sound? Well, it is a vocal sound, but sampled with the Fairlight CMI. So anyway, let's get into the tune. The cool thing is that the chords to the verse change against a pedal point, meaning the bass stays the same, but the chords change. It's just a minor 7th. And it just stays like that. And then the bass changes. Then the bridge. That comes out of the blue. And how Stevie is this? That kills me. First, we're in A flat, now all of a sudden we got G major 7 over A, and then to D7 major 7, and then G, F sharp. But it feels like a dominant. It feels like the, you know, it feels natural that it goes back to the A flat. It's very cool. And then he's got another interlude that goes, I've been waiting for a long time. It repeats. And then his solo comes in. One of my favorite parts, absolute favorite parts, and one of the things that I actually helped out with on this song is when it gets to the end and, you know, tell her that I love her and I need her, that I want to those chords are so cool, right? It's going up against the C sharp. You got a B major seventh over that, and then down to the, I said C sharp, I should get it straight. I'm saying A flat, then I should say D flat. All right, so D flat, what is it? It's a B major seven over it, whatever, I don't know. It would be a C flat, I guess. Let's not get carried away. And it's so cool. And those chords, we sampled his background singers into the Fairlight, and I was operating the Fairlight, and the flute sound, all the flute sounds that you hear, you know, that originated with Hank Red, who was his sax player at the time in Wonder Love. Anyways, it's a great tune. It's just another classic. It was a huge hit, and I just love that. I mean, damn, how cool is that? I mean, the whole song is cool. That's enough. Enough. As always, like, subscribe, email all your friends, call your mother. Do what you got to do. It's a two-way street here. Anyway, now please like and subscribe if you like. If you don't like, don't. No salesman will ever call. Okay, that's the story this time, and I'll see you down the road. Bye.